Hello, and today I'm going to show you how to do a run of BGUD. I'm going to try to be as in-depth as I possibly can, starting from the beginning. And let's get right into it. I'll reset. So if you don't know, BGUD is the demo version or trial version of the game. It has its own glitches and route to follow. So I'm going to be explaining that route throughout this video. And it's 2022 as the making of this video, so that's what the current route is. And I don't expect it to change that much for a while, at least. Don't think so, at least. So to start, let's get through the intro cutscene. So before you even start doing runs, you need to set up a file, basically. Because we need specific settings saved before the run starts. To do that, you need to make a save file that has all the settings done, and then get a game over on that file. I'll show you what we're going to do. So start off with, we're going to pick Cecilia. Now this isn't the actual start of the run. We're just going to fix our settings. Also, I'm on emulator, so I'm just going to fast forward through these cutscenes. Okay, on the name, you want a one character name just because it's supposedly faster. I just picked C because Cecilia. Fast forwarding through this cutscene. Okay, once you get control of Cecilia, we're gonna go to the Magic Guild person and bind some spells. Okay. Wait, actually, just more importantly, we're gonna do our settings. So up here is controller settings, and we're gonna change the settings. So this one here is menu. This one here is tools. This is accept. This is cancel. This is roll. And this is dash. So, because I'm used to it, I'm going to put X as accept and circle as cancel. So that way, you want your dash and your cancel to be the same button. It's less of a pain that way. Also, I'm going to make our roll button L1. And I'm going to put another accept button. You definitely want to do this because that gives you 2 buttons to mash. Everything else is optional, just do what you're comfortable with. And I forgot to save it, my bad. Okay, saved. Then we're going to go to MVS, change it to quarter view. And then we're going to change cursor to memory. There, that's the settings. Okay, done with that. Now that we're done with that, we're going to name our spells. So here's escape. So when you're giving a spell name, you can name it whatever you want, basically. So this one escape, so I'm just going to name it escape. Technically, it's also faster. Probably, they have to give it a one character name, but it's so minuscule you don't have to do that. And we need rage, which is right here. So I'm just going to give them all the full names. Okay, spark is right here. freeze is down there. It would be good to memorize these locations, by the way, but I'll get into that later. I'm just naming these spells. Because on Game Over, these spell names are saved, which is a demo exclusive feature. Valkyrie. Hopefully I spelled this right. If not, no big deal. And the last one you want is Sleep, which is right here. Sleep. Okay. And we are done here with Cecilia. So now what you want to do is we're going to go to this bird over here and swap to Rudy. Once again, I'm going to fast forward through this. The only reason we're swapping to Rudy is to give him his one character name, because that saves on Game Over. Give him whatever one character you want, I always just give him R. Okay. We're done with Rudy. Swap to Jack. Once again, I'm gonna fast forward through this. Give him a one character name. I'm gonna give him J for Jack. Okay, now that we've named them, we want to get to the save point in this dungeon. Of course I fall. So, not a whole lot to see here yet, so if you want to skip ahead, by all means. Because we're just going to progress through this dungeon normally until we get to the save point. Okay, so we're at the save point now. So now that we're here, make a save. Go back out here, and then run into the spear until you're at 1 HP. Okay, we're 1 HP. Unequip your sword and armor. Save. And voila. So this would be your save file for when you want to start runs. So when you want to start runs, you have to get a game over. And then your settings carry over to any new game you do. So let's do that. To get a game over, so do that just by getting a random encounter in this area right here. And there we go. So you don't have to go through all that whole process anymore, just need to get the game over from here on out. So we're ready to start the run. So to start the run, we go to Cecilia. And yeah, start with Cecilia. Once again, I'm just going to fast forward through the cutscenes. Prologue's pretty straightforward. Whoops. Oh well. So the demo gives you 10 crest graphs to start off right off the bat, so we don't have to worry about crest graphs for the entire run. So let's begin. Basically, we're just going to complete this as normal. Don't need to grab any crest graphs. Don't need to get the mystic apple. Just head up and get the stopwatch. Talk to her on the left, her left side. You talk to her anywhere else, she moves around you. Not a big deal, but small little thing. Then use a teardrop. You don't have to be right next to the table at all. So, wait. I messed up. There we go. Yeah, I messed up the L1 button. L1 should have been on roll. Anyway, here's where I usually swap the stopwatch. You need to swap the stopwatch at some point here. And I just do it right there and then use the stopwatch. Okay. Nothing really much to say, just progressing the story as normal. I always find Cecilia's prologues good at teaching you movement. Talk to the teacher. Yeah, I guess one thing about movement, since I brought it up, dashing, you want to double tap the dash button and then hold it. Because if you just press and hold, there's a little charge up, but if you double tap and hold, the charge up is gone. So do double tap and hold. There is some downsides to that, but it's minimal. And you talk to that student, and then we're going to bind our crest graphs. So we need escape. Then rage. Always remember that it's kitty corner from an escape. That's the only white spells we need. So then go to black. Get spark. Freeze. Valkyrie. And sleep. Okay, then you use the stopwatch here. Walk back to the teardrop, and we're out of here. Then do this little puzzle. You don't have to be directly in the middle of these statues, by the way. Okay, then we're going to head into the sealed library. pick up this top right crate, throw it. If you're quick enough, you can throw it before the cutscene. And our first random encounter. Don't know how to turn off random encounters on the demo, so we're just going to go through them. So for this fight, you want to use Spark, kill attacks groups. So it's a very quick fight. Also, speaking of blue books have a chance of dropping a magic carrot. And you can also pick up the magic carrot right here. But if you get a magic carrot from a blue book, that's very good. That means you don't have to dupe magic carrots later on. So keep an eye out on that. Pick up these 2 heal berries down here. Head into this room. Pick up the capuche in this chest. And we're going to burn the books. So a single book, you want to use freeze. Didn't get a magic carrot drop, so that sucks. Also, take that extra second to aim your books properly, because the books bounce when you throw them, and if you miss, there's a chance you don't hit the flames, and in turn have to use a stopwatch or just reset. So for this fight, you want to use Valkyrie because they're not in groups. But the annoying thing about Valkyrie is that it's a random how much each enemy gets hit, so maybe an enemy gets left alive or whatever. So we didn't get a magic carrot. That means we have to dupe them later. Which is a little time lost, not a big deal. If you got a second magic carrot from a blue book, that means you didn't have to dupe them. So for duping, the way I do it is I bring it down to the, I think this is the 7th slot. The way I memorize it is it's in the middle of the heart icon to the right. So let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7th. So put it down to the 7th slot. Then use it on Cecilia, because you want to be MP'd up for this fight and healed. Okay, that's it. Start the fight. Equip the capuche, and you want to cast Rage on yourself. Not once, but twice. Then for the rest of the fight, you just spam Valkyrie. And you shouldn't have to worry about HP or anything, because Rage heals you. And there you go. It's dead. If that last Valkyrie doesn't kill, just use freeze. Okay. And we're gonna head out of Cecilia. And from here, you wanna just hit cancel, because we want to be Cecilia. So on the world map, let me just say one thing. There is a random encounter on the world map in the demo that if you get it, it's basically a game over. So that's just something to be knowledgeable of. I'll point it out if we get it, but if we don't, I think it's 2 dryads and a goblin. So yeah. So we're gonna head to Adlehyde. Also keep note there's these annoying mountains here. Also, the beach has a barricade around it. I should have actually save stated just in case, but we're fine. So basically spark any group of encounters that... Yeah, spark any group of encounters, and if they're not in a group, use Valkyrie. I'll save state now just in case. So we're gonna hit Adlehyde. And we're gonna go to the shop in Adlehyde. Oops, wrong shop. Go to the weapon guy. And you can buy Rudy's weapons, Jack's weapon, and their armor. And that's it. Buy both their armor and weapon, and swap to Rudy. Okay, so now that we have control, we need to get a power apple and a hardy apple, and there's two ways to get it. One is here in Surf Village, the other is in Berry Cave. And technically, getting in Berry Cave is faster when I was doing a rough timing of it. However, if those extra steps it takes to get to those apples cause a random encounter, then it's slower. So the choice is up to you whether you want to do it that way, get the apples in Berry Cave, or get the apples here in Surf Village. What I usually do is get the apples in Surf Village. So I'm going to do that. So to get the apples, there's one down here in this crate. And there's one over here in this crate. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna head on to Berry Cave. Also, there's chicken RNG, as you can see here. Just hope they're not in your way. So we're gonna just progress through Berry Cave as normal. Not a whole lot here. Basically just do what I do. Progress through it normally. So for random encounters, normally in the main game what you want to do is run away, but in the demo, escape chances are smaller. So to begin with, you go to your equipment and equip your best equipment right here. And just fight them. So yeah, fight all random encounters, basically. Because it's not humanly viable to get escape chances in the demo. These turtles are 2 hits, which is annoying. This is kind of bad luck, by the way. You one hit everything except those turtles. So this sign here tells you to walk because whatever reason, but you don't need to walk. Oh, whoops. You can just run through this bridge. But there's a trigger on this bridge. What I usually use as an indicator is if you see this crate on the bottom left, to stop running and just start walking. Then when you see the chest in the top right, keep running. So remember, top left, if you see the big crate, stop running. Then you can continue running again when you see that chest in the top right. Also a reminder, these little stones down here will trip you like this, so stop running when you see them. There's a few of them in Berry Cave. Also, if you're choosing to get the apples in Berry Cave, they are up here in this room. You bomb it, go in, and they're in these two of these chests. You just need the Hardy and Power Apple. Okay, so from here, random encounters are done. There's a bullet clip if you really want to be extra safe, but you really shouldn't need it. The zombie boss in the demo has lower HP, so it's really unnecessary. Before touching the holy berry, heal up, then touch it. Okay, the strategy for zombie, it's just spam hand cannon. And if you have 28 HP or less, heal. It might be different depending if you level up or not, but basically double his Rotten Breath amount is when you want to heal. So like his Rotten Breath does 14, so you double that. So you want to heal if you have 28 or less HP. So right now, I want to heal. The optimal zombie fight in the demo doesn't heal at all. You don't need to. The optimal zombie fight is 5 hand cannon hits, if I remember correctly. This is a bad zombie, by the way. And there you go. See, I missed twice and still was able to kill them. In the main game, if you miss twice, that's GG. Assuming you don't grab the bullet clip. So, in this cutscene here, you want to be mashing the accept buttons. Don't mash the cancel button because of this prompt here. So it's 3 text boxes here until you get control. Take a few steps left, then go diagonal. And we're gonna head out of Surf. Okay, now you swap to Jack. Basically already showed off this dungeon earlier, so... But I'll explain a little bit. Basically, just the hand pan throws. Okay, so we're gonna go through his dungeon. Be careful of this hole here. Take it slow. Random encounter. Got ambushed. You get a preemptive strike, that's a 100% escape chance, so take it. Way to tell if you have a preemptive strike is if you see that text box at the start of the fight and then you get immediate control. Throw the hand pan to the switch. Run down, don't fall in, and maneuver around. So go in here and you want to throw hand pan towards the switch like that. Not like that, like that. So in this room here, you want to move down far enough before you run right, or you'll get hit by the switch. You do, so yeah, just be careful. So right here, there's a small little window here where you can throw hand pan in between the torch at the top and the block. But you have to line it up properly. Usually takes me a couple tries. See, second try. And once you hit that switch, just run off. If you want to be safe, you should heal here if you've taken some damage. Because after this point, skeletons spawn as random encounters. Maybe we'll see one here. Okay, so when you get a skeleton, you want to psycho crack it, which is Jack's special. Because his normal attacks doesn't one-hit KO it. So here, throw hand pan on the switch like that. Except do it better than me. And for this room up here, if you want to be careful, take it slow, or if you want to be like me, just run through all of it. Like that. If you want to be careful, slow down around the edges so you don't fall. It's more important not to fall. And that's Jack's prologue. And we're basically done with the prologues now. We get into the meat and bones of the run now. Okay. So a little forewarning here. This is demo exclusive, but you could get a random encounter in this starting room here. It's happened to me before on a run, so just a little heads up. So after this, exit, and we'll go back as Jack. And we're gonna head to Adlehyde. So the trip to Adlehyde can be one encounter or two encounters, and I'm pretty sure I've seen 0 before, but I've never gotten it myself. By the way, that was a preemptive strike, so run away. It's 100% escape chance. See, yeah, that was a double encounter. That's bad. Most often than not, you get one. So in a fight like this, attack the balloon, because the pillbug has a high chance of running away. Like that. Okay, we're gonna go talk to Emma now. Mash the accept buttons because there's a yes or no prompt. Okay, got it. And we're gonna go recruit Cecilia now. Okay, we're ready to go to Lolithia's tomb. Before that, we're going to set up our dupes. Remember, we set up a magic carrot in this slot I'm hovering in now. And to explain a little bit, the game remembers what item was in this slot. there's like a phantom magic carrot in this slot with a value of 0 basically. So we can manipulate that a bit. So here we want to dupe 2 stacks of power apples, 1 stack of hardy apples. So here's our magic carrot right here. So put the hardy apples below it and put the power apple below the hardy apple. So we just want 1 stack of hardy apples. So we're just going to use this hardy apple here on Jack. And just, even though we used it, the game still remembers there's a hardy apple in this slot. But we need to make we need to make 2 power apple stacks. So how do we do that? Well, first off, leave your cursor below the power apple. Hit cancel and go down, and this button's called arrange that I'm hovering over. So hit arrange, and that creates another phantom slot. So then, now, press the confirm button, so like that. And then choose the power apple so that it swaps it. And now, use the power apple on Jack. So we have a power apple in this slot, a power apple in this slot, hardy apple here, and a mystic carrot here. And we need to dupe all these. And we'll do that in Lolithia's tomb in a second. So head to Lolithia's tomb, and here's where things get glitchy. I'm going to head to this first room here, and we're going to set up to go out of bounds. To do that, we need to go, and we need to get in position. And to do that, my visual cue is look at Jack's shadow below his feet. You want to use the shadow to cover this dark brown rectangle. So I'm just above that dark brown rectangle, and you want Jack's shadow to completely cover it. See, I'm covering it now, and it's right there. And it's covered. So now, when you're in position, you want to hold dash and pull up the character swap menu. On the very first frame, your character starts moving. So hold dash. I did it too late. And I'm in position again. Did it too early. Too early. Too early. Right there. So you know you got it when your character moves. When your character actually moves when you do the open up the character menu. So when you're in this state, swap to your opposite character. So we'll swap to Cecilia, and your character just runs out of bounds. So from here, we're going to run left a little bit, and then we're going to run up. If you bonk, just move a little left. If you bonk again, move a little left. Run up, and then when the camera stops moving, the second the camera stops moving, run right. And see, we're up there, past these rocks. So let me repeat. You go left a little bit, then run up, and then the second the camera stops moving up, stop and run right. This one will take a few tries to get the hang of, so I suggest practicing this one a bit, because I struggle with this one a bit myself. Okay, anyway, you want to move down, and there you go. You're in position to do out of bounds again, and to know if you're in position or not, you shouldn't be able to see Cecilia's feet. So let me move out. So you can see Cecilia's feet here, and you can't see them now, so we're in position. To do out of bounds again. There we go. I move, so I swap characters and slip out of bounds. Go left. Oh yeah, you want to go left, then run up, and once again when the camera stops moving, oops, random encounter. Okay. This random encounter is not the greatest, but we'll do it anyway. So for duping, you're gonna have Jack use a heal berry on whoever, and then you move it on to the phantom sloths we created earlier. So remember, the magic carrot was in the 7th slot, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Have Cecilia move the heal berry onto the magic carrot slot. So for this fight in particular, have Cecilia use Spark on the group of 3 rat monkeys. Okay, that's magic carrots. So we're gonna need to use a magic carrot on Cecilia. Bring the magic carrot below the heal berries into the hardy apple slot. And don't have any MP right now, so. Okay. Watch the HP. I need to heal Cecilia, so use the heal berry. Bring that down below. And use sleep on the rat monkeys. Put them to sleep so that they don't waste turns. And use a magic carrot to fill up Jack. MP. And we're done. So if you would have gotten the 2nd magic carrot in the sealed library, you wouldn't have needed to dupe magic carrot. But what you would have done is, instead of using heal berries to dupe, you would have used the magic carrots. So like, use them in battle. If you want to see how that's like, you can check my, I think it's 4957 PB does it this way. My recent PB didn't get the extra magic carrot. Anyway. So, camera stop moving, run right. So you see my character's stuck on the rock on the top, so press down once, move right again. Okay. So now that we know where we are, is when we begin mashing. Use all the hardy apples on Jack. I'm not gonna mash super hard, by the way. All hardy apples on Jack, every last one. Remember, you have 2 accept buttons, so you make sure to use both when mashing. Okay, hardy apples are used up. So we're going to do the top power apple stack, and you don't want to use all of them. You want to leave 1 on the top stack, but you want to use them on Jack. So use the power apples on Jack, but leave 1 left on the top stack. Okay, remember, leave 1 there. So once again, bottom stack. This time you want to leave 2 power apples in this stack. There's a reason for this madness that you'll see later. So reminder, 1 in the top stack, 2 in the bottom stack. And all of them go on Jack. Okay, and 2. There, done. Once again, we're going to go out of bounds. Remember, if you can't see your character's feet, that means you are in position. Can't see Jack's feet, so we know we're in position. And there we go. Character move, swap to Cecilia. Make sure she's on the teardrop. Go left, move up. This one's pretty easy, just have a mental image of where your character is. And there we go. And this out of bounds here is tricky. This one you should practice a bit. So once again, get in position, cover our feet. We're in position. Go out of bounds. That was too late. There we go. Okay, now that we're out of bounds, you want to run right a little bit. Run up. And then once you see the camera moving up, stop. Don't go up too far. And you want to run left until you bonk on a wall. Take a few steps left so you're rubbing against that wall. And run up for a little bit, like so. And stop. And then you want to walk left for like 1 second. Oh, that's kind of poor positioning. That's kind of poor timing. I'll clear through this and random encounter. Okay. Hopefully I got it, but I might not have, because I got a random encounter. Then once you move that 1 second left, go down. Yeah, didn't get it. So if you didn't get it, use a stopwatch. That was just poor timing. God, this counter really sucks, by the way. Okay, move up. 1 second left, and go down. And then you should walk through this door here. That means you got it. And I'm gonna heal Cecilia just to be safe. Don't really need to, actually. Annoying encounter, by the way. Okay. Make sure you're Cecilia with teardrop equipped. Basic puzzle. Sorry for about that. Use a teardrop. And you fight the boss. Okay, and when you fight the boss, all you do is cycle crack as Jack, and that's it. That's all. One hit. If you, for some reason you messed up the magic carrot dupe, there's a magic carrot on the left here, backup carrot in this chest right here. Right, as you can see here, but technically my inventory is full of magic carrots, so it won't let me grab it. Anyway, move up. And we're gonna use escape as Cecilia. Okay, you want to go back to Adlehyde now? Head to the parrot, and we want to swap to Rudy. Okay, I'm gonna save state here. So now you want to bring Rudy to Adlehyde now. Very bad encounter, by the way. In fact, I'm gonna reload my save state. And there we go. So as Rudy now, you want to head to the inn and talk to the innkeeper. Sleep. That forces a non-existent Cecilia out of your party. Because Cecilia's not with Rudy right now. She's with Jack, who just got rid of a fake Cecilia. And this basically opens up the entire game. So it's subtle, but that just triggered the most important glitch in the game, which is we can swap characters anywhere we want now, instead of using the parrot, which completely busts open the game. So now, as Rudy, this is very important. You want to leave Adlehyde. Do not forget to do this. Leave Adlehyde. Take a couple steps to the right. Now swap to Jack. And we're gonna leave. We're gonna head to Mountain Pass. As you can see in the character swap menu, Cecilia doesn't let you select Cecilia because she's technically went away. So she's not in our party, but at the same time, as you can see here, she's in our party. She's just in a really weird state right now. Okay, anyway. So from here on, we want to head to Mountain Pass. And we can avoid encounters now by swapping between the two parties. When you swap between the two parties, your step count resets, so you want to stop at around the same times I do to reset your step counter. Should take 2 swaps from Adlehyde to get to Mountain Pass. So here's Mountain Pass. I'm gonna save state here because I want to show off something. Now we're gonna go out of bounds again, but we have a much easier way of going out of bounds now that we've unlocked. So to go out of bounds, go up here, start dashing, and then mid-dash, before you hit the load trigger, open up the character swap menu and swap to Rudy. Doing this during the party swap animation, Jack keeps running and just runs straight out of bounds. Swap back to Jack. Jack rounds straight out of bounds. And you'll end up in this screen here. Don't panic, this is what you want. Hold down, run down, go left, run up, and there you go. Okay, so I wanted to show something off here. So you want to be very careful in Mountain Pass. You want to go out of bounds here on the left. Left is good, right is bad. I'll show you what happens when you go right. Let me actually do it properly. So yeah, that's what happens when you go right. The game just crashes. I think middle is the same. Could be wrong. Yeah, middle is the same. Middle crashes. Okay, so you want to be on the left side to go out of bounds. So make sure you're on the left, like this. And once again, go down, go back up, like that. So now we've exited Mountain Pass. We're going back into Mountain Pass now. Go back into Mountain Pass and make sure Rudy's on the world map right now. We're going to do another glitch called Escape Warp. So what you do here is go to Cecilia, use the spell Escape, and mid-escape animation, you're going to pull up the character swap menu, like this. And you want to pull it up just when the screen's about to transition and go dark. Like that. And you know you got it when the screen freezes like that. Basically, we just swapped the coordinates to where where Jack and Celia were going to go, and swap them to Rudy. You end up in this ocean here. So what you want to do here is you want to dash so that you bonk on an invisible wall, and you want to dash twice like this, and then go right. This should take you to Volcannon Trap. So from here, you swap back to Jack. And you're going to do Escape Warp again. And remember, you swap when the screen transition's about to go black. Like so. You know you got it when the screen freezes. Okay, when you're in the middle of Volcannon, and you want to go right like less than a second, just like a few steps. Like that. That's it. Swap back to Jack. And we're done in Mountain Pass, so we can leave. So we're going to be moving both parties at once, basically. And we want to bring Jack down here. Gonna swap back just to be safe. Don't get a random encounter. So here was Rudy, and we want to go to the door. So go down like this, and you're through the door. And pick up the treasure. So that basically completed Volcannon Trap. So I'm gonna save state here. So I want to show off something. So there's a boss trigger right down below where Rudy is right now, and we want to avoid that. So I'll show off where it is. So right there, that's the boss trigger we want to avoid. So to avoid that, we basically do the same dash out of bounds thing we just did, like so. Watch this. So you dash, open the character swap menu, and swap characters, and we just dash right over the trigger. It's not hard, it's very forgiving where you swap at, so don't worry too much about it. Let's walk back to Rudy. And we're over the boss trigger, so we can just go right by it. Now we want to escape out of Volcannon Trap. We get this cutscene like we defeated Belzelk, even though we never even met him. Also this cutscene here. Okay. Gonna escape out of Volcannon Trap. Also, you want to do one more swap because there's a chance you get a random encounter. And random encounters as Rudy are really, really bad. So you don't even want to chance it. So you exit as Rudy. Get a cutscene. Play solo cutscene, basically. And you'll get taken to Rosetta Town, which is very convenient. So once you're in Rosetta Town, go to the shop, talk to this guy, and we're gonna sell something. So remember the power apples? You want to sell 2 from the bottom stack. Sell 2 from the bottom stack. Exit. Go back to sell, and voila, we have 255. Sell a few, you don't need to sell a lot. We just need some Gela. Now buy, and we're gonna buy Jack's weapon, which is this golden sword here. Buy that, and that's all we need. Leave Rosetta Town. And now as Rudy, we're gonna head over here. And we want to head to this beach over here. Once you reach the beach right here, swap, because the step count is really tight. Get into the boat, and we want to head to where Jack is. Go around this, and dock at this beach here. Swap so we can reset our step count. And whenever you want to reset your step count, you have to dock the boat. Okay, so get back in the boat. Want to go around Tri-Pillar. And notice the shallow water to our right. The boat normally can't travel through that, but there's a glitch here. If you hug the seam of the shallow water on this beach, you can travel across it like so. Also, dock the boat here so we can reset our step count. Basically, all you're doing is just hugging the beach and you're just hugging that seam. Okay, and then you want to head right, go up a little bit so you can get around this, head back down, and we're at the beach. Swap back, get in the boat as Rudy. So now, you might think we're ditching Jack, but we're not actually ditching Jack. We're doing a little thing called boat duping, I guess. So to dupe the boat, kinda. The way the game handles boats is that it remembers the last place the boat was docked. So we're not gonna dock the boat now. We're gonna swap the Jack, do not dock the boat. And the game returns the boat to the last place it was docked, which is at Jack's beach. So get in the boat. And we're gonna head to where Rudy is. Because Rudy's still there. And dock the boat just below Rudy. Then head down as Rudy and get in the boat. The way I have it set up, you never dock the boat as Rudy. Never dock the boat as Rudy from here on out. Set up the boat here. Our goal is to get the Arctica continent, which is to our left. And okay, dock the boat here. Get in as Rudy. Rudy goes into this little nudge here. Make him hug this nudge here. And then Jack hugs this nudge here. Then swap back to Rudy. Go down and go as far left as you can, which is right there. Swap back to Jack and hold down, and you clip through the mountains like so. Okay. So now we're going to complete Arctica Castle. So to do that, we go up, go right. Also, the step count for this is extremely tight, and even then, you might still get a random encounter here. So if you want to be safe, swap characters where I'm at right now if you want to reset. But if you want to gamble, go ahead. I usually gamble. So we're going to go out of bounds at this door here, and we're going to do the dash out of bounds like this. See, I didn't get a random encounter. But I've gotten plenty of random encounters here, so that's a forewarning. So we get this screen here and just go down and right, like that. And talk to Lady Harkin. So on the battle, don't forget to equip Jack's new sword, like so. And then you spam Psycho Crack 3 times. Two. And 3. And she's gone. Very simple fight. Okay. Now, go to spells, escape with Cecilia, and leave Arctica Castle. And for some reason, the game randomly gives you the ocarina in this cutscene here. And we're gonna take full advantage of that. So use the ocarina. And just go down, just go straight down. Hug this nudge here, then go up a few steps until you can exit the golem, like so. So we exited the golem, and then go back into the golem and go all the way down. And swap characters. Swap back. So we're in this state here, enter the golem, and as you can see, we're inside the mountains, and we clip right through the mountains. That's golem clipping, and you can basically do that everywhere. We're going to do it right here, to the right, so go left until you exit the golem like this. Go back into the golem, hug the right again, swap characters. Enter the golem. As you see, we're in the ocean, so from here, go left until you can't see land anymore, like here, and go down right, hold down right, stop. Right here, and go through here, and you want to be careful here because we're heading to Dingel, which is right on this island here. Perfect. So head into Dingel. There's no boomerang fight, so we're gonna go head up. Okay. So from here, I've spent a lot of time lapping this out of bounds. What you want to do is take a couple steps down like this, then head down right, and you want to time your dash out of bounds like this, except I messed it up. That might work, but I don't think it will. I haven't done the run in a while, so sorry about this. Yeah, that wasn't right. Take a few steps down. That'll work, that's perfect. Okay, here. So we're out of bounds right now, but we're still in the same room that we started in. That's the goal that you want here. You want to go out of bounds, but still stay in the same room that you were in. And the best way to do it is that diagonal out of bounds that I just did a little bit ago. So now that we're in this state, we want to go down right dash. If you did the diagonal out of bounds that I just did, just dash right now. And you want to keep dashing until you bonk into something. Like that. Stop. And then you want to go down 3 steps. Tap down 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then tap right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Swap. So see, we're in this state here. We just move right and we're into the teleporter. So, little forewarning. You can get a random encounter during that out of bounds. It's happened to me a lot of times. It even happens in my PB right now. My current PB, which is a 49:16, I think, as of this recording. So yeah, RNG can screw you here, make you lose some time. Just a forewarning. It shouldn't kill the run at all. You can kill any random encounter here. And most of the random encounters in this dungeon are like goblins and red balloons. So yeah. And we're on the home stretch, so go on the teleporter. So we're in the start of Malduk, and to skip all of Malduk, I'll save state just in case. You dash, and we're going to dash out of bounds through this door. Okay, see where Jack's feet are? That's perfect. I'm going to save state because I want to show off some stuff. So you want to be careful maneuvering now. Because if you go too far right, I'll just show you what happens. You go too far right, you fall. But it's not a big deal, you restart to where you were. The only thing that might happen is that you might get a random encounter now. So what you want to do now is slowly maneuver right. See where Jack is? In the top right, that's perfect. Now dash down, dash left, dash up. I went too far left, no big deal. And then just touch the teleporter, and you fight Zeke 2x. So the strategy for this fight is Jack spans Psycho Crack, and Cecilia uses Rage on Jack 1 time. Okay, and it should be 3 Psycho Cracks to kill Zeke 2x. And then you stop the timer on the final hit, which should be right here. Right there. And that's the entire run. That's all there is to it. It's very easy. It's easy to learn in my opinion. I'm trying to think if there's anything last minute I want to add. If you want to get your hands on a physical demo disc, they're not hard to come by. You can find them on eBay if you just search up Wild Arms Trial, usually. Because I think the Japanese people, our Japanese friends, use the name Trial version, which makes it easier to find. And as of me recording this, I just checked. You could get a demo disc for like $20 shipped from Japan, which isn't bad at all. Or if you want to run an emulator to start off with, that's fine too. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can ask in the comments. There's Wild Arms Discord too, where I can answer, other people can answer questions. I'll link that in the description, or you can just check the Speedrun leaderboards. There should be a link to that there. Yeah, that's all I have. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this helped. And good luck on your runs if you're choosing to run.
Wild Arms